I was gonna give a Sawmill update because some pretty big stuff has happened and all. Looked like since we left, we had a squirrel or something, rabbit, something get in it. But that's the Harbor Freight dust blower. We had it mounted up there and it wouldn't hardly blow. It kept stopping up. I don't know if it's because that was so high or if you can only have a 30-foot hose, but I took it down, put it right here. It's perfectly fine. It don't blow back in on me or nothing. And that's the sawdust for, I don't know, 5 or 6 trees. Pretty high. That pipe's about 2 foot tall right there, and it's every bit of 2 foot, 18 foot. Yeah, I just got it rigged up. The little pipe drooped down, and I just sort of screwed a board in there and propped it up so it'd blow out. But I mean, it works. I'm fixing to take the tractor and scoop it up with the box blade and shove it down there. But really, the whole reason behind the video is working on the tool room. We did all this today. I already had my they're 5.5s, them 2 posts sawed, and I had most of these 2x4s right here sawed, but I sawed that. That's a 5.5 by 10 beam up there. It's about 18 feet. And sawed a few 2x4s. I sawed all these. These are true 2x6s. And those are 5.5s by 5.5s. Little bracings. It's the first time I've ever used these little post brackets like that, because I was going to use pine. This is all white oak and I buried them, but I didn't want to bury it, so I was going to try it and see. All we did was we took some 2x6s, as you can tell, screwed them up there, set the beam up. We measured over so that it would overhang the same as up there. It was like 30.5 inches, I think, and did that. The only thing that we did different is up here. I don't really care what I care what it looks like, but I don't care what it looks like. But we just put it up there and butted up to it, and then here I let it overhang, and then here I wanted it flush with my wall so I can put a wall up. So we did it flush with that post, and then up there it's not up against it. It's not on 2 foot centers. It's a little over. It's 26 inches or something like that, but it's not gonna hurt nothing. Did that one, and then this one here we did the same way. It's a little wider in here, but it's more narrow out here, you know. But I like it. We're gonna have 7-foot doors. I'm gonna put 2 2-foot doors here and 2 2-foot doors there. Planning on just putting the air compressor in this corner and the generator over here until I run power, if I run power out here. And build me some shelves or whatever. I'm probably gonna put me a tool cabinet or 2 in here, and then have shelves go all the way to the ceiling. I was gonna buy industrial shelves, but as high as it is in here, it's like, this is 9.5 feet, so you're pretty much over 10 foot tall. So I can build a shelf up there and put junk, and that's what I plan to do. Put stuff that we don't use much up high, and then chainsaws and all that, put it down low. Nail guns, tools, all that. And I really want to get a sharpener and put it in here. I know it ain't gonna be a lot of room, but what I'm thinking is I can get me a sharpener and shove it up against the wall, you know, take all the brackets off, do that, and then if I'm sawing a whole lot, I'll leave it put together so I can just come in here and sharpen all the time. But if I'm not needing to sharpen a lot of blades, I can take it and put it over there when we're building shoot houses and stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot, I'm gonna show this. It makes me look dumb, but I wasn't paying attention when I cut my bird's beak and all. I was gonna cut my board so they was flat. Yeah, I angled it the wrong way. So yeah, I got a pretty good angle on it, but hey, they're all in line, so I can put a 2x4 up there, or I mean a 2x6 or something, or I may come back and take a level and mark them all and make them flush. I ain't decided yet. It ain't no big deal, but I did every single one of them that way with my pattern. I did my pattern and just did them all, and I wasn't paying no attention, and when we got done, we did it. But this up here, I was gonna say too, we got it sitting up on top of the beam, and then we got it nailed over there. We got it toe nailed and all in. Not really worried about that end. I'm thinking about just putting my tin straight up there, and then getting me some flashing, unscrewing this tin, and having me like a drip edge so it don't just blow up underneath there. Thinking about doing that so that I don't have to cut anything or anything like that. I really don't want to cut nothing, and it's not gonna match up just perfect, but you know, do something like that. But that's pretty much the sawmill. I got to, day after tomorrow, go get one more tree that's this big, and then he's gonna get another tree. He's supposed to get 3 or 4 more cut down and get them, but I cut up all of my scrap logs I had over here that was bad, crooked and all. Gotta get my power saw, but that's what we used for all these 2x6s and 2x4s. I managed to get everything I needed out of the crappier logs. That's what I normally do, is I saw the crappier stuff for myself and saw the good stuff and sell it. I try to saw post out of everything I can, because around here I can sell pine porch post, 8x8, 10-foot long. I can sell them. I'll sell 100 of them a year, and I just sell them for $1 a board foot. If people want anything over 8x8, like a 10x10, 8x10, anything like that, I don't care if they wanted an 8x9 or a 9x9, I charge $1.25. And then when you go above a 10-inch, I charge $1.50 a board foot. So if you wanted 11 or a 12-inch or whatever, it's $1.50, and that's for like 10-foot stuff. If you want 12, 16, 20 foot, I'm fixing to charge like $2 or so, just because them big trees, it's so hard to get a log that's straight and all. But anyways, yeah, I'm probably not gonna work on this tomorrow. I'm gonna work on my camper, I think, and some more stuff, and we'll be back to it. The old ruts is pretty deep there. We throw all the slash in there that we can and stuff, but my help, he's finna have to straighten up his strip pile from his edger over there. I don't know why he don't put them in a straight line or throw them over here where I can get them. He's dumb. But you see how he's got all the lumber piled up out here too. I don't know about him, but he's all right help, I guess, but it'll be all right. All of our edgings from my post and 2x6s and all, also that's in that pile. He edged them up. That's gonna be our lathing up there also. So I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna start at the other end and come every 2 foot off, and I'm really leaning towards getting up there and cutting all that so it'll look right. I can just take a level, put it on there, and then take a scale saw and chop it off. Do good. I really like the bracing in the ground. I'm not worried about none of this shaking, so I'm not worried about that bracing. But this here, it wiggles real bad, which is probably not going to do nothing. If I get this here all walled up for a door and put my 1x8s, 10s, 12s, all that. Siding it probably will quit shaking, period. And down through there, it don't really shake this way much, it just shakes that way a little bit. But that stiffened it up. I sort of like the look of a post and beam building too, so I started to cut this off also, so it didn't have so much overhang. And I'm like, well, I can make it 18 foot wide, and then I got it covered here. And then whenever I go to build for my edging, my building over here, I think I'm gonna go 20 foot and between posts this way. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about it. That way I got plenty of room. But I may not. I may do just like I did and go 16 and then 10 there. So I ain't decided yet. But I definitely want to overhang like that. I like the overhang, and I'm probably going to overhang over here. And I'm thinking about turning the edger from like that to turning it like that so it sticks out. Then we can run a roller bed over and run it out. I think that would be the most efficient. And then they can just stack lumber out here somewhere. We're going to do away with all of our stacking strips and the table and all that here before long. But that's pretty much it. I really like it. It's looking good. But we'll see you on the next video.